Hello, fellow Murdlers. Today is Thursday, October 3rd, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have the case of the body of the traveling heiress, and we have three 4x4 grids of suspects, locations, and weapons. It's Thursday, so we do have a red murder clue today. A fishing spear was used to commit the murder. So we'll say our how was a fishing spear, and we'll use our clues and evidence in our detective's notebook to figure out who had the fishing spear and where they were. All right, let's go ahead and meet today's suspects. We have the Duchess of Vermilion, Major Red, Signor Emerald, and Grandmaster Rose. The weapons today are poisoned champagne, a fishing spear, a steak knife, and the steering wheel. And the locations today are the engine room, the lifeboat, the deck, and the Amazon River. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our clues and evidence. It was not permitted to carry a steak knife in the engine room. Okay, so we can say the steak knife was not in the engine room. This fingerprint was found on the deck. That looks like the Duchess of Vermilion. So we'll say the Duchess of Vermilion was on the deck. Traces of a weapon made of glass were found on the deck. Okay, so this will pertain to the Duchess of Vermilion's weapon. Poison champagne has glass, and that's the only one. So that must be the Duchess of Vermilion's weapon. So we can go ahead and round that out. Oops, sorry, that's not the deck. There we go. We'll round that out, and that's all the information for the Duchess of Vermilion. Either Major Red brought poison champagne. Okay, so we already know that this is not correct because the Duchess of Vermilion had poison champagne. So the second part must be true. The steering wheel was in the lifeboat. Okay. So the steering wheel must have been in the lifeboat. We can mark that in. That tells us also that the steak knife, by process of elimination, must have been in the Amazon River, and the fishing spear must have been in the engine room. And since the fishing spear is our murder weapon today, we can go ahead and put in the location as the engine room. Okay, we still need to figure out who is in the engine room, so let's keep going. Grandmaster Rose was seen outdoors. Okay, Grandmaster Rose. And let's see, let's just flip through. We've got indoors, outdoors, outdoors, and outdoors. Okay, so we know Grandmaster Rose is not our murderer today, so it's between Major Red and Signor Emerald, because Grandmaster Rose was not in the only indoor location, which is the engine room. So that means that Grandmaster Rose was not the killer. So we can cross this off. Let's see. Oh, that also, we can translate that to say Grandmaster Rose did not have the fishing spear because that's the weapon for the indoor location. The suspect in the lifeboat was born on December 2nd. I don't know this one off the top of my head, but this is an astrology clue. Looks like it's going to be Sagittarius. Okay. So let's look through our suspects and see who's a Sagittarius. Okay. So Signor Emerald was in the lifeboat, which means that our murderer today is Major Red in the engine room with the fishing spear. So I'll go ahead and mark that in. Major Red with a fishing spear in the engine room. But before we see if we're right, I'm just going to take a moment and fill out the rest of this. So we know that Grandmaster Rose must have been in the ocean, or not the ocean, the Amazon River, which will give Grandmaster Rose the steak knife. And of course, Signor Emerald had the steering wheel, the last remaining weapon. So again, we have Major Red with the fishing spear in the engine room as our answer today. So let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.